Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who joined today, the second day of the Purina Institute Microbiome Forum on putting microbiome science into clinical practice. My name is Natalia Wagemans. I'm leading the Purina Institute that is sharing science and nutrition with global professional veterinary community. We had a great program, and just to remind you, that program is accredited for race accreditation with C, up to 4.5 points, and at the end of the day, you will see QR code that you can scan and get UC certificate. As I said, the Purina Institute, we really help the veterinarians by transforming nutrition knowledge into the actionable information to enable you to be more successful in your daily practice to help to your patients. And this is the book that each veterinarian needs to have at their desk, because this is the book that brings expertise of 40 global experts in pet health, nutrition, and clinical practice. And Jan Suchadolski, who is the heart of this Microbiome Forum event, definitely he was contributing to this book with his chapter on assessing and managing the gut microbiome in canine and feline practice. But not only Jan, there are many of those speakers today and yesterday, they're also contributing to this book. So check this book out, scan QR code to get your personal copy. And there is no need to introduce Dr. Jan Suchadolski, but I take a second to do that, because he has been graduated in Austria, but then he moved to the US and continued his career at Texas A&M University. If you go and see the publications about pet microbiome, you definitely will see the name of Dr. Jan Suchadolski, because he published more than 340 peer-reviewed manuscripts in the field of veterinary gastroenterology and microbiome. And he is the Purina Pet Care Endowed Chair in the Microbiome Research. So, saying this, we welcome Professor and Associate Director of the GI Lab, Dr. Jan Suchadolski, to the program. And now, Jan, I give it to you to introduce the program for today.
Thank you so much, Natalia, and welcome everyone back. This is day 2. Yesterday on day 1, we focused a lot of chronic GI disease, understanding how the microbiome is part of the intestinal tract. We have to look at both. We cannot separate out the microbiome from the host. So we learned a lot that diet is always number 1. That helps really in helping clinical remission, it helps macromodulate environments, and that is always the success. And we also learned that there's new approaches into maybe what is the next second step. We want to try to avoid antibiotics. So microbiome modulation, either with probiotics, fibers, and FMTs, more and more upcoming, a promising additional adjunct tool in this management. So today, I'm excited that we have a lot of new speakers. We're going to talk about things that we use in practice almost daily. So Katie Tolbert is going to discuss the rational use or decision-making and what are the controversies when to use gastric acid suppressants. Melanie Werner, she is going to talk to us about new guidelines, how to treat acute diarrhea. And it's the ENOVAT guidelines, a group organization in Europe who reviewed the literature and is proposing what is the need and how do we address acute diarrhea management. We're going to hear from Julie Spears about the use of fibers. Fiber is important. I think fiber is important for all of us, for humans, but also for dogs and cats. And there's more and more research coming that fiber-enriched diets can be very beneficial in health and also disease. And then we also know now that the microbiome is not just located and limited to the GI tract. There's more and more clear data coming that what happens in the GI tract in regulation, both the host and the microbiome together really have important functions outside the gut. So there's this gut-brain axis. Dr. Holger Volk will talk a little bit about how does the microbiome play a role in that, and is there a role of microbiome modulation in the gut-brain axis? And Jessica Quimby is going to tell us a lot about how important also the gut-kidney axis is. So there's obviously protein fermentation, amino acid conversion by gut bacteria, and how does it play a role in management of chronic kidney disease. So I'm very excited for today. By the end of today, we're also going to have a panel discussion. We're going to have a few minutes Q&A session after every speaker. And then by the end of the day, all the speakers are going to come together back and we're going to have a panel discussion.